This is the Huntington Tri-State Time Machine, brought to you by Realty Exchange, the top-performing real estate company in the Huntington, West Virginia tri-state area. Each week, your host, W.G. Bunch, and his guests share memories and stories about the past, the present, and the future of the Huntington tri-state area. That's Huntington, West Virginia, Ashland, Kentucky, and the Chesapeake and Proctorville, Ohio areas. If you used to live here or you currently live here, you're going to catch yourself saying out loud, "Wow, I remember that." Now, here's WG.
Hey, what's happening? Hey, it's the Huntington Tri-State Time Machine podcast. Here we are. There you are. Thank you for taking time to listen to our silly selves over here. We are so glad that you're tuning in. Let me give a shout out to our sponsor, Realty Exchange, #1 top-selling real estate company in the Huntington tri-state area, servicing Ohio, Kentucky, West Virginia, and Florida. You can reach them through the website, realty-ex.com. I'm your host, W.G. Bunch. Damn, I sound so much better than I look. Anyway, if you need to contact me for any of your real estate needs, you can certainly do that. 304-633-3950 will send you right through to me. Also, a special shout out to our podcast editing company, the consultants, Circle 270 Media. Circle 270 Media, they are the ones that make this whole thing happen while I'm out listing and selling real estate. If you're thinking about doing a podcast, maybe you're doing a podcast and no one's listening and you're wondering why, contact Circle 270 Media, and they will take good care of you. Now, my guest today, I hope he's not too modest, because this is what I call him, the king of Cabell County. I've got Tyson Compton here with the Cabell Huntington Convention and Visitors Bureau. I said that right? Yes?
You did say it perfectly.
Nicely done. Look at me. I'm 1 for 1, baby. I love it. Well, welcome. I'm so glad you're here.
Yeah, it's very exciting to be here. When I noticed the title that you gave me in the email you sent, I tried to decide whether to bring my crown or not, but since it's not televised, I left that at home.
I noticed you had the cape. the huge cape that you came in, and your entourage, 19 people. I mean, they're all out in the lobby. It's crazy around here. All right. Let's educate everybody a little bit about what the Bureau does. What's the role?
Sure. Our actual name, the Convention and Visitors Bureau, has always been a little daunting. When people ask me what I do or who I work for and I explain that to them, they always give me a little puzzled look. What does that mean? But basically, we work, and all CVBs have the same charge, but we work outside the area to bring people into the area, and then once they're here, show them everything there is to see and do.
Give me the website, because you guys have a great website.
Visit huntingtonwv.org. It's
got links to hotels and restaurants and what's going on around town and stuff. I love that website.
Thank you.
So I guess one of your jobs is to fill hotel rooms.
Exactly.
And get people out eating at the local restaurants and all that kind of fun stuff.
Yes. In a way, it's all about economic development, because the more we can get people into the community and spending money at the restaurants, the attractions, the stores, it just means more money coming into the local economy.
Now, are you from here?
Eastern Kentucky. Grew up in Louisa.
Okay. Gotcha.
Big city.
Nice. How long have you been in Huntington, I guess?
Actually, just earlier this week, just celebrated my 14th year in this position.
Wow.
Yeah.
Now, did they create it for you, or how long has it been around?
No, actually, CVBs were created by the state legislature in 1985.
Okay, gotcha. And I know one of the big events that we have, I don't know how many years it is, but that big soccer tournament thing that travels around. I know you're one of the heads that brought that into the area, because, good Lord, every once in a while in the summer, you drive around, you see all these signs saying
great,
soccer this
yeah,
way, soccer that way, soccer this way. Now, as far as how long's that been going on?
That started in 2009 was the first year. It's the U.S. Youth Region 1 soccer tournament, and it brings people from 13 northeastern states.
Now, and how much involvement do you have with Marshall? I mean, as far as their development and stuff, I mean, do y'all work together as far as let's bring in, I don't know, do you help bring in coaches or I don't know?
Yeah, we sure do.
I'm an idiot.
Actually, one of the things, one of the growing markets for us is youth sporting events. Mm-hmm. So we've got wrestling tournaments at the arena, and we have a very good and close working relationship with Marshall University. In fact, Mike Hamrick, the former athletic director, was on our board of directors.
Oh, okay.
He offered Marshall facilities, for example, their new soccer facility.
Mm-hmm. Which is awesome.
It is a great place and was very beneficial to have the use of that during these soccer tournaments that you mentioned. Mm-hmm. And then we also work with them. If they're working to bring in an event, we might provide hospitality, help them get their hotel rooms. So it's been a great relationship.
And now how far out do you go as far as if somebody wants to put together something in, I don't know, in Putnam County or Wayne County or in Ashland or something? Do you is that are you going onto someone else's turf?
Well, in a way, but I've always believed, and our board believes in regionalism because the more we can work together, the more we can do, the more people we can bring in. We actually do represent Cabell County and Wayne County.
Okay.
But we work closely, like you mentioned, Ashland. Just recently, their CVB reached out to us. They're working on a major conference they're trying to get there later this year. And we're going to support that because they may not have enough hotel rooms, so they may need to come over into our city. Also, we offer assistance in day trips for the people coming to their meetings. So we do partner with surrounding CVBs.
And I'm sure you're pretty active with the medical community. I mean, with Marshall Health and St. Mary's, and I mean, as far as people coming in and you got to showcase the house, because that's what we do as realtors. Is we are also ambassadors for here's why you need to come and live in Huntington and not go live in Louisville, because here's what we have to offer. So I'm sure you do a lot of that as well.
We do a whole lot of that. Pullman Square, when Pullman Square came in, it kind of rejuvenated the downtown area. Mm-hmm. And for people, like we also work to bring meetings and conferences
is
into
it
the
true
city.
or false you originally wanted to call it Compton Corner? Is that true?
That is not true.
Okay. I sometimes I black out.
But now that you say that, I like that idea.
Hello, Heritage Village. Guess what? We're changing all around. So, well, yeah, you do a ton of great stuff for the area. We certainly appreciate it, but everybody loves these crazy games that we play on the show. So we're gonna. I've got a couple this or that questions for Tyson, which some of them have nothing to do with the Huntington area, and he's gonna go, "Why are we even talking about this?" But all right, are we ready?
I'm ready.
Beyonce or Taylor Swift?
Taylor Swift.
Okay, all right. He's looking at me right now, going, I can't believe no one's ever asked me that before in my entire life.
Well, I mean, you got to give credit to Beyonce. She just is the most awarded Grammy artist.
Yeah.
But still, I'd pick Taylor Swift.
Okay. Your favorite video streaming service? Netflix, Hulu, Disney Plus, or are you one of these? I don't really watch TV. I read.
No, I do have to admit I watch a lot of Netflix.
Okay, all right. You're a Netflix guy. What
Peacock may be a runner-up there because I do watch a lot on Peacock as well.
What are you watching now? What can you turn the audience on to that you're like, I'm kind of binging this? Again, Tyson is like, I did not expect these questions, but go ahead.
Shoot, I wish I could remember. The name escapes me. Let me dwell on that, and I'll come back to it.
All right. How about your favorite men's clothing store in the Huntington area? Can't be Amazon. Like an actual walk in the store. What's your favorite, or one of your favorites? Because I know you don't want to turn off everybody else and pick somebody, but I love Dollar General. I don't know if you've ever. No, I'm sorry. Go ahead. I'm just kidding. Go ahead.
I think. Oh shoot.
Are you a Macy's guy or a Wright's guy or a?
I do like Macy's, but definitely Wright's. I like the local. If I have a choice, I will choose local over chain.
Okay, I would agree with that. Now, okay, the Bureau's office is in Heritage Village,
Correct.
which is not the same as Heritage Farm.
Correct.
So people don't get lost and show up and they go, "This is a cabin. What is this?" Okay, two different places, folks. Now, all right, and this is kind of a quiz for me. All right, as far as the places in Heritage Village has been there from like the 70s, right? I think.
The late 70s, yes. It was supposed to be demolished as part of the if you remember the old super block situation.
Right.
But Mickey St. Clair decided that she didn't want that to happen, and she saved it, renovated it, and then donated it to the park board.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Has the locomotive always been there?
To my knowledge, yes.
Okay. All right. Now, all right, Heritage Village. All right, let me see if you've got, what's the Cajun restaurant called?
Gumbo Stop Cafe.
Great. Yeah, look, it's Huntington, West Virginia. We're a little bit limited on Cajun cuisine, but that's the place to go.
And it is good stuff.
Yes, it is. And then we've got the Brown Dog Yoga place is still there. Yes,
it is.
Okay. And what's Noel Horsfield's place that
Full Circle Gifts.
Yes. Shout out to Noel and Scott. And then the Red Caboose.
Red Caboose.
Now, Red Caboose is odd because, like, for instance, we did an episode about Camden Park.
Uh-huh.
Camden Park does not sell merchandise at Camden Park.
I know.
But you can get it on the Red Caboose website. So I guess it's like a conglomerate of different people, or what?
It is actually, the Red Caboose is owned by the CVB. It's basically our gift shop. But rather than having those typical items, souvenir items, made in China kind of things, nothing against China. Mm-hmm. We consign local artists. So 90% of the items in that gift shop are created by local people. Books written by local authors, jewelry, clothing, glassware from Blinko.
Yeah, because you guys, I saw on the website, like, you can buy like a Frost Top 8x10 lithograph or something.
Yes.
I was like, what? This is crazy. I love it.
And it's amazing. I will tell you, those kinds of things are the top sellers. I guess, people have that connection, much like listening to your podcasts. They want to connect with those memories and that history. Mm-hmm. We have one artist who makes stickers. In my mind, stickers were things that kids in elementary school would put on their notebooks, kind of thing.
Right.
Wrong. So wrong about that. But she does all the icons. She has Camden Park, all of the old restaurants, places that are, some that are still in operation, but some that have closed. She sells
And they're like vinyl stickers that you just put on
Yes.
whatever. Wow.
And she sells thousands of dollars worth of stickers every month. It just amazes me.
The sticker business. I never thought, what am I doing in real estate when the sticker business
I know, right?
Geez Louise. All right, so we've got that. And then we have, let me think, Taps is still there, yes?
Taps is still there, yes.
Taps is there. I can't believe it. I can't remember how long it had been open, and somebody said, because I'm a huge Star Wars fan, and they went, there's a Star Wars themed bar. And I was like, no, there's not. And they said, yeah, it's down in Heritage Village. How would I not know that there was a Star Wars themed bar? So yes, and that place is fantastic.
Very cool.
And now I know there are a couple new places on the block. Like what?
So there is a candle making place. It's called Hot Wick Social.
Okay.
And in fact, it's in the old bank building. This bank building was moved from downtown, and was purportedly robbed by the Jesse James gang back in the day. So it's a cool little history with that building. And then above that is Huntington's only B&B. It's called the Chessie Room. It's only one room, but it is a great place. Great place to stay.
There's one We have a bed and breakfast that has one room.
That's correct.
Is it booked for you? I mean, what? Have you been in it?
I have been in it. I've actually stayed there when I had an event downtown. It's a great place to stay.
And it's I don't even know what to say. A one room B&B, the most exclusive B&B. Are there any restaurants in Heritage Village that just have one table? Where it's just like, yeah, we're booked tonight because the one table is out. Now, is there a restaurant in Heritage Village?
Did we talk about Nomada Bakery yet?
No. That's
so the CVV is actually in the building where Heritage Station Restaurant used to be for many years. We took over that space. And then sublet inside there now is Nomada Bakery, which is just an incredible, they make these incredible, delicious, tiny cakes. And serve lunch, and they're open for early dinner. They're open till 7 each night.
And that's what. And so, like, if I went in there, that the main building is it still called Heritage Station? What is that building called?
The actual building is we call it the Visitor Center.
Okay, so I walk in. Are you guys on the left and the restaurant's on the right, or is that?
Well, you walk in and you're walking directly into our lobby.
Okay.
And then the restaurant is going to be on the right.
Okay, gotcha.
And then further down is the Red Caboose.
And it's called what?
Nomada.
Okay, all right. And then, let me see if there's...
They make great empanadas, by the way. If you haven't tried it, I encourage people to give it a check.
Okay, all right, good. And... did I forget anybody else down there in Heritage Village? I need to get down there more often.
Yeah, there's a couple more little shops. One's called the Historic Hippie, and Birds of a Feather, which is female for the ladies jewelry and clothing line.
Cool.
And also a hair and nail salon, all about you.
Wow, I didn't. I'm embarrassed that I didn't know that much was going on down. I got to get off of my stupid computer and get in the car and start exploring a little bit.
It's a great little place. Actually, when the CVB moved in there in 2009, it was all those little shops there was only one that was open. The rent was so inexpensive that people were using it for storage and things like that. So we partnered with the park board, who actually owns the property and are on site there also, to bring in, it was sort of like a way to incubate businesses to get them started. Some have grown and moved on, but it's really a vibrant little part of town now.
Wow. And I'm still blown away with the B&B of one room. God, I've got to get in that place. That's great. All right. Now, as far as downtown, I know downtown has popped over the past. I mean, God, how old is Pullman Square now? About
15 years.
Wow.
Yeah.
That is that's fantastic. I love going downtown. Used to be Ghost Town, and now it's downtown.
Exactly. Yeah.
It's fantastic. I love it. All right, a couple other questions that have nothing to do with anything, but I just love asking these stupid ass questions, and people are like, I don't know where's he going with this? Okay, not just in Heritage Village, anywhere in the Huntington area. A restaurant that maybe people don't know about that maybe you can turn them on to, as far as it could be new, it could be it's always been there or whatever, but you know, I mean, we all know, you know, I love Jim's and Stewart's and all those places, but what's kind of an off the path place that you could suggest to people?
Sure. Before I answer that question, I would like to say I think we're so lucky to have as many local restaurants that we do.
True.
And that really helps us bring people in and meetings and conventions and those sort of things. So I would encourage people to take a look at that website we mentioned, and all those restaurants are listed there. But to answer your question, I think right now the first one that comes to mind is East Flavor, which is on 10th Street.
10th? Okay. 10th
there
Street.
Below 4th Avenue. It has been the location of, numerous restaurants over the years. And unfortunately, none of them lasted very long. So we've always kind of wondered, like, what's the deal with that?
Is it where Oliver's used to be a long time ago?
Yeah.
Okay, okay.
And so now they have Asian food, sushi, and it is so good.
Really?
It's probably one of my top choices.
Good.
I eat there at least once a week.
Wow. And what's the new place that's next to Buddy's Our Trips place?
The grill on 3rd.
Yeah. Have you been there yet?
Have not been there yet. Been reading about it, and I've seen some good comments, but have not been there yet.
Looks pretty fancy schmancy. I mean, they'll have to have me coming in through the back door. Okay. Quick question. Your preference, Ritter Park or Camden Park? Nothing to do with anything. Just out of the blue.
I think my first choice is going to be Camden Park. As a little guy growing up in Louisa, Kentucky in the 60s, it was a big deal for us to come to Huntington. And that's when I first fell in love with Huntington, was as a little kid. And in the summers, when my parents would bring my brother and sister and I over to Camden Park, and we would get inside of that Happy Clown.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just the memories are just too strong.
The Big Dipper looks like the hugest roller coaster you've ever seen when you're a little kid. You're like, I don't think I want to even try that thing. That thing is too big. And then as you grow up, you go, it's getting smaller as I get older. But
and it's hard to pass up those Pronto Pups too.
Oh, the Pronto Pups! It's hard to go to Camden Park and not gorge on food, and then you get on rides and you're like, this is a bad combination. I don't know what I was thinking with this. This is ridiculous. All right, now any other events coming up it seems like there are so many great websites out there, Facebook pages and stuff that let people know, hey, yeah, we've got this going on this weekend, this going on. Anything major that you can let us know about that we need to mark on our calendars?
As far as entertainment or things coming into town,
anything, either one.
Well, for example, like this weekend, there's Arena Cross at the arena.
What's that? What's Arena Cross?
It is
like motocross.
Yeah, inside the arena.
Motorcycles and stuff.
Correct.
Oh,
yeah.
Wow. Okay.
Pretty cool event.
And this is just so you know, this is February. What is today? The 8th or 9th. So people don't show up in a month and they go,
good point.
Where's Arena Cross? Yeah. No, that was last month.
Now you're mentioning the place to get events. That's also something we do at the CVB. Every Thursday we send out an email for anybody who signs up for it, no charge, and it will list the upcoming events for the next 10 days.
Oh, cool.
So anybody can get on that list. Just pop onto our website. There's a place there to sign up, and we find, it's geared toward visitors, but we find it's very beneficial for local people who just want to stay informed of what's going on.
Now, let me ask you, this is going to be a dumb question probably. Let's say I'm planning an event like of, 20 people, a family reunion, a high school reunion, or whatever. Do I contact you guys and say, help? Or is that like,
no,
small peanuts?
We would love for you to do. Nothing is too small. In fact, we work with a lot of high school reunions, and family reunions. All those are important because, in fact, one of the main reasons for travel is for people who either have moved away and they're coming back to the Huntington area, or they still have family here. So being able to help those people plan their event is something we really like to do.
Okay. All right. So we can contact you for that. Now, give us the website one more time.
Visit huntingtonwv.org.
Okay. And a phone number?
304-525-7333.
And if you mention the Huntington Tri-State Time Machine podcast, they're going to double their charges. So don't mention us. There's no discount, folks. I mean, it's I got to get paid somehow. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, all right. Well, Tyson, I really appreciate you coming in.
Oh, are we done already? Shoot, this has been fun.
Hey, if you want to talk, we can. Hey, I can kick back. We can talk. We can talk more. I want to really thank you. But you are one of the ambassadors of the area. and what you're doing as far as bringing in travel and stuff is it certainly has come to the forefront recently. I mean, because of everything you guys are doing down there. So,
well, same back to you, and things like this podcast are so important because we sometimes have to remind people how special we really are here in this area.
We kick ass around here, ladies and gentlemen. Right. So, all right, folks. Well, hey, thanks for tuning in. We certainly appreciate it. A lot of other episodes out there for you. And again, Tyson, thanks for being here.
Thank you.
And we are out of here.
Thanks for listening to the Huntington Tri-State Time Machine, brought to you by Realty Exchange, the top performing real estate company in the Huntington, West Virginia tri-state area. If you have a memory you would want WG to talk more about, just send him an email at memories@htstimemachine.com or post a comment on the Time Machine Facebook group page. Did you like this episode? Be sure to share it with friends and family. You can find a link in the show notes that you can use to share it. And be sure to let Realty Exchange know that you like the podcast as well. Their contact information can be found in this episode's show notes.